We all know those GLP-1 injections work wonders, but that price tag almost gave me a heart attack when my insurance denied coverage. I was staring at a choice between paying my mortgage or paying for weight loss. Talk about a rock in a hard place. Then I found Elevate Health compounded semaglutide at just $58 with payment plans that don't require a second mortgage. Same medication, same results, but a price that real folks can actually afford. Visit joinelevate.com today. That's JOINELEVATE.com. Your wallet will be as happy as your waistline. This medication is not FDA approved.
Hi babes, it's me, Tia Kofi, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Final FronTia. Now, as you can see, I'm sporting this gorgeous red hair, and I'm brown, which makes me the contemporary version of Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Although, fun fact, I can't swim. Now, today's guest is an icon, and this is a controversial episode because famously, you may remember from Series 4 of RuPaul's Drag Race, this queen is actually my ex-boyfriend. It's Pixie Polite.
Hi.
I didn't actually tell producer Poppy or James that information.
No, but isn't it fun? The scandal.
Poppy was like, I think I knew that. Proof that she watches Drag Race.
So true.
But if you watch last week's episode, she can't think of a Drag Race.
Yeah, she doesn't know a single drag
Not a single one. How are you?
I'm very well. You are channeling Ariel today.
Wait, should we just at this point, just do some really controversial sound bites that we can cut into a really dramatic promo for this episode?
Yeah, okay.
We'll just alternate. How dare you?
I can't believe you ran over my turtle.
Wait, no, do a real one.
Okay.
It needs to sound authentic. Like it's a promo for The West Wing.
No, because now all I want to say is, Mr. President, sign the order or something, weird like that.
No, say that. We can cut that in. It'll be camp. No one will have a clue what's going on.
No, I feel pressure. But Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Don't tell me not to live. Just sit and putter.
Keep holding on.
I was talking to Kitty Scott Claus about that. Did you listen to the episode?
I saw bits from the Kitty episode, yeah.
Okay,
when you talked about Glee and you talked about Six.
And we talked about the Glee Project.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And famously, you are a fan of the Glee Project. Now, we will talk about sci-fi, but I want to talk about the Glee Project first. Pop off, sis.
What, just unsolicited opinions?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my main thing I've got to say about that is actually that Alex Newell from the Glee Project recently won a Tony, I believe, which is incredible.
Yes.
I thought they should have won, personally.
I think actually two people from the Glee Project have won a Tony, no? Because did Ali Stroker was in Spring Awakening. They definitely performed at the Tonys, but did they win a Tony?
I feel like she won a Tony.
Mama who bought me.
Hey.
Mama who gave me.
What? Yeah.
Mama the angels. Mama who made me so sad.
Mama.
Wait, which harmony line would you do in Mama Who Bore Me?
I honestly don't know it well enough to say.
I'm a Martha.
Though speaking of on the musical theatre train, you spoke to Kitty about Six. Choo-choo, all aboard. I'm the fat controller.
Starlight Express.
Oh my God, is Starlight Express sci-fi?
Right, I've said on this podcast before that Starlight Express is a sci-fi musical, and last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I found out it was about trains.
Yeah, I thought it was about I don't know, disco in space, roller skating.
Agreed.
Vibes.
I thought the Starlight Express was a rocket ship to Mars or something, and they were all on roller skates to represent zero gravity. Mama, they are carriages on a train.
Yeah.
Two carriages.
Very bizarre.
Apparently the first class carriage and an old rickety ass carriage named Rusty fall in love, and that's the story.
Is it basically Cats but with trains?
Mama.
That's what it sounds like.
Cats with trains. Cats with trains.
And isn't there one of the cats who's obsessed with trains? Is it all the same universe?
Jellicle cats are free for a night, singing at an astronomical height.
So true. Because they're in space. See, it all makes sense. Sci-fi.
Maybe that's the Heaviside Lair.
I mean, I don't know.
They get on the Starlight Express to... Anyway, Glee Project.
Yes. Oh, wait, no, before we get back to the Glee Project, Six the Musical. Mm-hmm. You were drag casting last week. You said... Was it last week? And then you said I would be Anna Cleves.
Yes.
Which I fully endorse. I think they would be hilarious.
Anna of Cleves?
Yeah.
No, you actually would be Anna of Cleves, so you should have the solo bit.
Oh, yeah. Ik bin Anna of Cleves.
Ja.
When he saw my portrait, he was like, that
Yeah.
I didn't look as good as I did in my pic. Funny how we all discussed that, but never the Glee project.
True.
Let's get back to that.
Marissa was robbed.
Marissa was great. Though, the thing with
Picture
her
of
is...
Marissa on screen now.
Yeah.
That's a challenge. That is a challenge for them to work out
Marissa
who
from the
Marissa
Glee
from the Glee project is.
But do you know what was interesting about her? Voice, incredible. Personality, I don't remember her. Feel like it was she was
nice.
dull. But she was nice. But nice is a bit boring, isn't it? Sometimes. That's why no one liked me. Well, actually, no one thought I was nice on the show. So.
Oh, you are nice.
Yeah, I know, but
people are cruel.
Cruel.
Listen, I didn't believe you. Here's a fun thing. Pixie was like, oh, the fans are cruel. They're mean after season 4. And I was like, no, they'll see the real you. Don't worry. After my angelic performance on season 2, Mama, after UK versus the World Series 2, I understand. They want us all dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Only one can be a champion. The rest are but villains and pages in the story.
Mama, living proof you can be a champion and a villain, having done nothing. Having done nothing but a very good performance in a TV competition reality show. You can somehow be both Judas and Jesus. Just offended all Christians just then. I processed it and I went, dear God, not other people.
But what if Judas was right? Ooh, cut that out.
Mama, I need to explain to everyone, only I have the power to say cut that out.
I don't want the pod to be cancelled by right-wing Christians.
Let's use what if Judas was right in our controversial phrases opening montage.
Let's get into this for a minute. What if he was? You know, like how there's that theory that, like, you know, Lucifer was a fallen angel, right? Is this sci-fi?
That's not a theory, that's real.
But like Lucifer was a fallen angel.
Yeah.
But what if Lucifer the whole time was the light bringer?
Well, that's what Lucifer means.
And God is evil, yeah.
Well, that's Paradise Lost, John Milton.
Yeah. But what if it's the same with Judas? What if Judas foresaw all of the hurt that Jesus would create through Christianity?
Well, no, he very specifically didn't. Who foresaw it was Jesus and God, and it was all part of the plan. Like, had Judas not betrayed Jesus, he wouldn't have sacrificed himself for everyone's sins. You could argue we are currently discussing sci-fi, yes.
Yes.
You could also argue that your beliefs are your own and you're entitled to them, just before anyone comes for us. Either way, live your life.
We're just having a chat.
I have 2/3 of a theology degree. Get with the program, Malma.
And if you don't like the topic of conversation, this is Ariel and plus-size Daphne from Scooby-Doo. So we're different people.
It's an illusion.
It's all an illusion.
It was a perfect illusion. Let's talk about sci-fi.
Yes.
Now, I know many shows that you like, and I would like to bring one to the fore now. It's obscure, but I think people will remember it. Particularly Test Drive, popular Bristol-based drag queen, Humans from Channel 4.
Humans, iconic.
Very iconic. Starring Gemma Chan.
Who later went on to be in one of the worst superhero films ever, in Eternals.
But she was before that in one of the best episodes of Doctor Who ever, The Waters of Mars.
She was in that. Was that the one where, like, they got possessed by the water and they became, like, monsters?
Yes.
So good.
Fun fact, when I met Gemma Chan, I was obviously obsessed with Humans, but I went up to her and went, can I just say, that episode of Doctor Who, you're amazing. One of my favourite performances I've seen in Doctor Who. She was like, oh my God, that was my first ever TV job. And no one remembers that I was in that. And I was like, work. We had a lovely chat.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think people like it when you do that, though. You don't just go for the obvious thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't like it if someone came up to me and was like, by the way, loved your 30-second audition for the X Factor. That would be quite
Stop
depressing.
telling people about that.
I think it's funny.
You told Kitty, I hate it.
Look it up on YouTube. But I did explain that Simon said that we could both go through.
Oh, Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
I got confused. I was
Not
like,
Simon Jones
who?
PR. Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell's a big fan. Big fan. Mainly of you.
Yeah.
He foresaw your pop stardom.
Yes, he did.
And he foresaw that I would forever be the side dish to you. The main course.
Wow, okay. And R.I.P. the third member of the group at that time.
I'm
shout out to Woe Adams, the replacement.
I'm the mixed
Kill the
salad.
spare. No. Sorry.
Let's not go into Harry Potter.
No, we can't.
We don't like her anymore.
No, JK.
Rolling.
But you didn't say JK, though. Talk about Humans.
Humans. they are people who live on the planet Earth, and it's a great TV show starring Gemma Chan. And who was that lady, the blonde lady? I really liked her as well.
The one who played Niska.
I was going to say Misha, but I was close.
You're thinking Misha B from the X Factor. Niska, I can't remember the name of the actress, but she was great.
She was great.
There was Max, who was like the nice one.
Do you know what I always found bizarre about that show, though? Was watching it and occasionally just seeing someone we vaguely knew playing a background synth.
Yeah, that was odd.
Because of the world in which we inhabit.
Yeah. We had a surprising number of people that we knew who were background characters in that.
But do you know what? Good for them. They were clearly conventionally attractive enough to be a robot.
Yeah. They look...
We were never asked.
No. They had the faces and personalities of robots. So
Yeah. But it was a great show. I think it was really like thought-provoking in terms of like where consciousness and like actual life is.
Yeah.
It's like at a certain point, is technology just, you know, are you just creating life? Are you God?
Mama, The Sims.
And The Sims, exactly that. Are we in a simulation right now?
Do you know, I read Poppy, sorry, I've brought this up before and I didn't double check it, but what is the percentage that we're currently living in a simulation? Because I believe it's 60%. Like, I think
it's gone up.
It's
I know that
it's
much.
crossed the 50% threshold. But I believe there is a 60% chance that we're already living in a simulation.
I mean, there's this new Google AI tool thing that they've launched that no one asked for, but they've done it anyway. And it gives you like prompts based on things I don't really even know how it works. But I saw this thing and it was like, basically this Google AI bot was like, what should I do if I am feeling sad or depressed? And the Google AI bot said, you could jump off a cliff. And I was like, excuse me?
Are you joking?
The machines are going to take over. The machines will be the drag queens before we know it.
No.
RuPaul
machines are smart enough not to do drag. Machines went, nah, I don't have any like nerves or feelings or emotions, but even that's too much for me. Can't be asked.
Oh,
so
50-50.
So Poppy has found out that it says 50-50. When was that article published? 2020. I believe it has gone up to 60. I read somewhere that it's increased from then.
Yeah. It's probably the pandemic. Maybe that was the global shift. Yeah, you know,
it was buffering.
It was buffering.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, Humans was camp. I can't remember how it ended now though.
I can. Spoilers if you haven't watched Humans.
Yeah.
You can watch it on 4OD. Fun fact, the creator of the British version of Humans, one of them is the brother of someone I went to school with.
Small world.
Shout out to Flo. Who is the person I went to school with, not in fact Sam, the creator, who would have been more relevant to this conversation.
Yeah.
But I just like my friends. Yeah, it ended with, so at the end of series 3, they found the consciousness code.
Yes.
And then Niska, I think they used it to revive Mia, I think, who was Gemma Chan. And then like at the start of series 4, I think Niska released it and since started coming to life.
Yeah.
And then there was a rebellion and the humans were like, no, humans first. Very allegories of racism or fear of immigrants and all of that kind of thing. Sorry, please cut that burp out. No, keep it in. Yeah, it ended with just them being like, where do we go here?
Yeah.
Mia died. Mia essentially Jesused herself.
Oh, yeah.
She left the compound and then she went and just wanted to have a normal life. And because she was technically property of her previous family, the mother sanctioned it so the police couldn't arrest the synth because she is property, which comparisons of slavery.
Yeah.
And she ended up getting murdered in an uprising that was basically planned by the government, who allowed the small human first groups. I'm saying human first because it gives very Britain first. I'm deliberate comparisons. Allowed the human first groups to just go into the compound and destroy the synths after they'd cut off their water supplies, their electricity.
Yeah, it was giving very
contemporary comparisons that I'm sure we're all slowly figuring out while we're thinking about it. It was actually dark and depressing. And Mia died after all of that and couldn't be revived, but helped hopefully herald a world of possible equality.
So she was Robot Jesus.
She was Robo Jesus.
And who was Robo Judas?
Oh, there was a little boy called Sam who like threw a stone at the humans while Mia was trying to talk.
Right.
Because they'd made creepy child ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Humans was such a great show.
It was.
It was indeed.
It's part of that era of very British thought-provoking stuff. Like, years and years.
You know, you say that, but
we love.
It was a Swedish series, I believe, first.
Originally, yes. And do you know what? They did, I think, a Korean version.
And a French version.
I've watched about 2 episodes of the Korean version.
Oh, really?
Maybe with you. Was it with you?
No.
Okay. Maybe it was just on my own then. I just felt like learning Korean, I guess.
Well, there are subtitles for that.
Well, true. But that's how you learn.
No, I don't think you acquire languages by watching television with subtitles if you're not actively trying to acquire the language.
Well,
learning languages as an adult is hard.
It is, yeah. Okay, that was.
Sorry, I was doing that to be
loud.
really annoying. I just wanted to see if James would react.
What are your other current? What are we watching right now?
It's not about what I'm watching. It's about what you're watching.
Oh well.
Welcome to Queens Who Like to Watch. Remember that?
Yes.
Yes.
What am I watching right now? I mean, in the last year, I'm very into The Walking Dead.
Okay.
And all its affiliated spin-offs, and of which I'm nearly up to date, to be honest.
Can I make a confession?
Yes.
Literally never watched an episode of The Walking Dead. And I famously love zombies.
But do you know what? This is the thing. I famously hate zombies. I don't know if you remember this.
I do remember this.
Zombies are like one of my weird irrational fears that makes no sense. I hate it. And I used to really hate horror films as well.
I remember, because do you remember that show that the South American version is called Reality Z, I think?
Oh,
but
yeah,
I can't remember what the UK...
It's the
Charlie Brooker.
Dead Set?
Big Brother.
Yeah, the Big Brother zombie thing.
That was good.
Yeah, well, we watched that together and you know how I hated that. But basically, like, I think it's weird. My whole life, I hated anything horror. I hated anything zombie specifically as well. Because, like, honestly, make me jump. I will scream at the smallest thing.
Boo! It didn't work.
Nearly, though.
Okay.
I went, ooh. And but you know what? I think the tipping point for me where I started to enjoy horror and zombies is
with Ben Shepherd. Sorry.
Ben Shepherd
Hosts ITV's Tipping Point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a game show. Sorry, carry on.
Is I think like 2020. After that, the world was in such a crazy state and I was, you know, at your lowest point, you know, you might as well get eaten by a zombie.
Do you know what? If you're feeling at your lowest, let me raise you up. Let me tell you, baby, you're enough.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was Read My Lips by Tia Kofi.
I think that was a mental switch in my brain where I suddenly was like, actually, I quite enjoy these now. I don't find it quite scary.
Yeah, because real life was scarier than pretend life.
Like, at least with a zombie, you could bash its brain in.
That's why I was so good at dealing with my second time around on Drag Race. Because it was terrifying the first time. And then I had 2 horrible years and my mum died. And then I was like, can't be any worse than this.
Yeah. So your expectations were low. So you just went and had a nice time.
Yeah.
Basically.
And basic. And won. Yeah.
And won.
Just want to remind everyone I won RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the World Series too. Thank you. You did very well on your series of Drag Race. You placed 5th.
I did.
1 episode before the final.
I did, yes. Went home on a comedy roast. That was so hilarious.
What I will say, if I may, and tell me off if I can't say this, is that I won the comedy roast episode on UK versus the World.
You did.
And I also wrote half the material that you used on your comedy roast.
It just shows you it's all subjective.
It does. Well,
and also,
it shows
some of it is my delivery, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay, we won't get into it. There's tea. I'll save it for another time. This isn't about Drag Race. This is about pop culture, sci-fi vibes.
It can be about anything. It's about fandoms, really. I've re-established. I've drawn a new line, and the line is fandoms.
Oh, speaking of, actually, though, my season of Drag Race, we obviously did this Mary Poppins parody musical.
Larry Poppins.
Have you heard the theory that Mary Poppins is a time lady?
No, but speak on it.
Mary Poppins, she flies around with her bag, which is like basically a never-ending bag. It's bigger on the inside.
Drag queen.
She brings like lots of crazy stuff out. She like disappears into like time and space. She appears when she's needed.
Her umbrella is a TARDIS.
Perhaps.
Mama, Mary Poppins is a Time Lord.
Yeah. Have you not heard this theory before?
No.
I think it's quite camp, you know. I mean, I'm sure it's not what the author originally intended when they wrote the books, but it still makes sense.
J.M. Barrie? Or is that Peter Pan?
No, that's Peter Pan. I can't remember.
Poppy. Who wrote Mary Poppins?
But yeah, I think that's very, very cool, you know. I think it's quite camp.
Imagine if one day Russell T Davies just writes, like now we got that Disney Plus connection, just writes Mary Poppins, appears in the TARDIS.
think about it. We've already basically seen a Mary Poppins inspired character.
Missy.
In Missy. I think the inspiration for Missy in that sort of, aesthetic and vibe was probably Mary Poppins because of that theory.
That kind of makes sense. P.L. Travers.
The well-known
EA
author.
Sports. It's in the game.
Do you know what? That really brings me back to being a child and playing like random games on the PlayStation 2.
What one was that EA Sports one? Like
EA Sports.
It's in the game. What were those ones?
Do you know what? The only sports game video game I ever played growing up was the Quidditch World Cup. Does that count as sport?
It counts as transphobia. What did I play? I only played The Sims that I can think of that was an EA game. But I remember EA Sports is in the game. So what other games was I playing that were...
Did you play FIFA?
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
No, me neither. I don't know what I would have played actually that would have been EA.
No, because I don't... I used to play WWE wrestling games, but they weren't EA. Or were they?
I don't...
They were? Oh, that'll be why.
See, our childhood was a long time ago for us. We forget these things.
Very that.
Yeah.
Very that.
But anyway, back to this Mary Poppins thing. I think it's fascinating.
I think it's a theory. A game theory. No, I think it's...
That's a different show.
It is. Oh, is it Matt Pat? From Film Theory and Game Theory?
Remember.
Obsessed. It is a theory, but it's obviously not true because Mary Poppins was written before Doctor Who.
Yeah, it was written in the 50s or something, or the 40s.
Poppy, when was Mary Poppins written, please?
But I just think it's quite camp.
Mary Poppins doesn't feel like a word anymore to me.
No, it doesn't really. But now that Doctor Who's in this Disney universe, so is Mary Poppins. Maybe we'll have a crossover.
Yeah, I said that.
Yeah.
1964, which was the same... Was Doctor Who 1963 or 1964?
Oh. Who inspired who?
It was... No, because it's 1963. So wait, they were written a year maximum apart. Mama. 23rd.
23rd.
Maybe Mary Poppins is the 23rd Doctor.
She's going to regenerate. Maybe they should do a 23andMe. But
more tea from Poppy.
Oh, wait.
The book was written in 1934. Okay, so Mary Poppins isn't a Time Lord. And we already knew that. We were just... Yeah, we're just being silly girls. We're just being kooky girls. Okay, fair play. So we've spoken about humans.
Yes.
Spoken a bit about Doctor Who. Have you been watching the new season?
I've seen the first few episodes. I've somehow managed to avoid spoilers for the rest of the season.
I don't know how.
I have not had the time to watch it.
Or the space.
Time and space. Very good. There's been a few things on my watch list, and when I have had any time, I've binged the rest of Bridgerton, which is only 4 episodes, which shows you how much time I have had, which is not a lot.
Do you know, you mentioned this at the start, but I've been thinking about it this whole time, my computer whirring in the background.
Yes.
Cats the musical.
Cats.
Sci-fi.
I mean, are they like alien cats on an alien planet?
Cats can't talk.
No.
But they can sing.
Are the cats in Cats from an alien planet here blending in with the cats from Earth, having their own society?
Midnight.
And that's why she goes to the moon at the end.
Does she go to the moon?
Does she go to the moon? She gets in
in a hot air balloon.
Yeah, and she goes into the sky. Maybe she's going.
I cried my eyes out when I watched the film.
Yeah, but we saw that when it came out, didn't we? The new Cats film.
Yeah, I cried a lot because Jennifer Hudson was sad and went to heaven, and it was just after my mum died.
Yeah.
So I was really emotional, and I was like, "Oh, dead cat Jennifer Hudson reminds me of my dead mum." That's really sad.
That is sad.
Anyway, here's a word from our sponsors. I don't know. What other... Wow, keep it light and airy, everyone. Woo! Sorry, sometimes I get sad inside, and that's allowed.
That is allowed.
You're all allowed to get sad inside.
And do you know what? That's why sci-fi is amazing. You escape from your problems.
That would be a good segue into a Better Help advert if we have one to slot in there. Sci-fi.
Yes.
Bimon Sci-Fi Con. That is a
bi-monthly sci-fi convention.
Very niche Simpsons reference.
With Simpsons. I knew it was something animated.
Sci-Fi Con. Teresa would get it as well.
Yeah. Do you know what? I love The Simpsons. The Simpsons is my my comfort program. My safe space.
Yeah.
I tend to put it on if I just need to mentally switch off. Or at the end of the night when you just want something on while you're winding down. Or if I'm getting into makeup as well, I'll put it on in the background. I like it because it's like little episodes and everything's fine at the end. I like that.
Usually, yeah. Unless it's a two-parter. Who shot Mr. Burns?
Oh my God.
Spoiler, it's Maggie.
I don't believe it was, you know. I feel like it was a cover-up.
Do you think it was Smithers?
I think it was Marge. She blamed the baby.
Marge would never blame the baby.
No, you're right. Homer would.
Hans Moleman. What is the most obscure Simpsons character you can think of right now?
I'm going to say the teenage boy who I don't think has a name, who works in all the restaurants and he's got a weird voice.
Oh, because his voice is breaking.
Yeah.
He must have a name.
I don't think he has
They've
a
all
name.
got names. They all must have names.
Do you know
I want a named
who's
character.
super obscure is Homer's brother, who they edited out after a few seasons.
Oh
he
my
had
God.
like a long lost brother.
What was his name?
Keith? No, it wasn't
No.
Keith.
Poppy, what's Homer's brother's name?
Mo.
No, that's Mo Sislak from
yeah.
Moe's, famously Moe's Tavern. Homer's brother's name, I can't remember it. But
Yeah.
He had like Herbert.
Herbert, yeah. Herbert.
Interesting. That is a pretty obscure character.
Super obscure.
I just like the fact that Carl's surname is Carlson.
And he's Icelandic.
Is he?
It's so fun. Yeah.
That is fun.
He's like adopted and he grew up in Iceland or something like that. There was a whole episode about it.
I made a gritty teen drama while I was at university called The Edge. You've seen
I have.
some episodes. And we did a reunion episode for my friend Kat's hen do because she got married. So we got all the like old characters from it who we haven't seen for like a decade to like record scenes and I edited together. Our friend Rob, who has never appeared in The Edge, I put him in this episode and made him a character called Rob Robson. And I thought it was the funniest thing that I've ever done in my life. And it's just not that funny.
I mean, you still giggled when you said it. So.
Yeah, because I find it really funny.
Yeah.
But the whole plot of Rob Robson was he was there the whole time. So it cut to like old scenes and Rob had like he was like, yeah, remember that time we went camping? And Rob like badly green screened himself into the scene.
Oh, okay. I quite like that though. It's giving like, you know, Community or Glee where something inexplicable happens for no reason. I think I've seen some of it.
No. I'll send you the full app.
Okay.
Maybe we'll post a reel of it.
But
no,
also,
I can't because my
what
friends have
happened to
real
Katrina?
jobs. That's the plot of this episode.
Oh, okay. We'll find out.
Because
What happened
Kat
to
played Katrina.
She was in the trunk of a car and the car exploded in the last episode. What happened to her? No one addressed it. No one addressed it.
Katrina was forgotten. Also, not me being like, I was so creative and called my friend Rob played Rob Robson, and then I've just established my friend Kat played Katrina. So,
And the waves.
Clearly, I am just uncreative when it comes to names. Let's get back on track.
Yes.
You are a bit of a geek.
I
You have
am.
lots of other geeky loves. And I know that you recently went to the House of Dragons premiere of the new season.
Yes, the House of the Dragon, Mama.
The House of Dragon. The Girls of the Dragon.
The House of the Drag Queen. Yes, I went to the UK premiere of the first episode in Leicester Square. It was very fun and exciting. I got to sit on the Iron Throne. There was a giant dragon there. It was just very cool. I met some TikTokers that I recognise but do not know the names of.
I was going to say, name them.
Ginger Man number 1, 2, and 3.
Are they all ginger?
I also saw Meryl from The Traitors.
Love Meryl.
A lot of people, actually. There was Dan from I Kissed a Boy was there. But yeah, it was really good
You were
fun.
there with Just May.
I was there with
Cheddar.
Just May. Cheddar was there doing red carpet interviews with people.
Why She Black was there as well.
Why She Black. And Michael Maruli from season 5 of Drag Race.
The Mama Ruli taste that you want to savour. Mwah.
Very that.
Yeah.
But Michael was in a full like dragon like outfit. Like so was Cheddar, to be fair.
That's the thing about Michael Maruli. She just had that lying around.
Committed.
She absolutely did not get it made. She just has things that are like crazy.
Yeah. But
whereas I've got like this cute little slip.
But do you know what was funny actually about Michael at the premiere of that? Michael at the drinks beforehand said to me, I won't do the accent because I can't.
No, go on.
Why a pet? Oh, I've not even seen... I sound like a farmer.
Rachel Blaney.
Rachel Blaney.
No, that was Jamaican.
But anyway, Michael said to me, I've not even watched season 1 of this show. What's it about, basically?
Out her like that.
Which I found was funny. But it's fine because I had only actually seen like the first half of the season anyway.
But now...
But do you know why I'd only seen the first half of the season? Because when it came out at the same time as The Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah.
Which I was thoroughly more interested in.
Thoroughly more.
So I got a bit distracted and I never finished season 1. But I am going to finish season 1 of House of the Dragon now.
But what about the Rings of Power?
The Rings of Power, season 2, coming soon, I think. But I'm very excited for it.
You are a bit of a Lord of the Rings geek.
I am a geek. It was one of those things growing up, sort of like, you know, that like weird transitional period when you're like between a kid but like a proper teenager? Probably from like the ages of like 10 to 14.
Okay, so
I was like very obsessed with Lord of the Rings. Not in a kind of like super consuming way, but I just found it fascinating, like the magical world of it all. Like I love a good show that has a good world building vibe.
Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons?
No, because
you have friends.
We love people who play Dungeons and Dragons.
No, to be fair, loads of our friends play Dungeons and Dragons.
I personally don't have the attention span for it. If I can't see it,
that's the main reason that I don't do it.
I'm sure it would be very fun. But unfortunately, we live in a modern era where TikTok has fried my brain.
Well, no, but it's also, so I just like have like a oppositional defiance, whatever that's called, thing. So I once tried, your housemate Hugh, I once tried to play Dungeons and Dragons. Weren't you also trying to play it?
I think we were there together, yeah. And we came up with our characters on like a title card, but that took like 4 hours before we even started to play.
We started playing it and Hugh was like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, why not? It's all made up. And he was like, no, but there are rules. And I was like, there aren't, because it's all made up.
It's a fantasy.
So if I just said my character's flying in the air, it is. And it's like, no, but your character can't fly. And I'm like, but it's from my brain.
You can't be told.
No, literally. I think I need like...
Your imagination knows no bounds.
I think it's my like neurodivergent sleigh that I need like rules and regulations. Otherwise I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah. But no, Dungeons and Dragons wasn't... Or, you know, Goblins and Gargoyles, or whatever that was called, from Riverdale.
Riverdale.
Never was my vibe.
Riverdale.
No, let's not get onto Riverdale.
No, we must get onto Riverdale.
Okay.
My podcast, my roles.
Okay, so Riverdale was an absolute dumpster fire of hilarity, but not necessarily in a good way.
How did you feel about the musical episodes?
Hated them.
Oh, controversial.
Yeah.
It was the auto-tune, wasn't it?
It was the like, they were trying to be Glee, Mama, and they were not Glee. It did not give me Glee.
It did, well...
Joy.
They didn't have necessarily the vocal prowess.
No, or the acting ability.
Oh! Drag them.
I know, right?
Which character do you feel like you most identified with?
I am Cheryl Blossom's plus-size aunt from down the road.
Wait, isn't that like... technically like Zelda Spellman?
I don't know.
Hilda Spellman,
the whole
literally.
Riverdale went on so many weird tangents, I couldn't tell you what universe it exists in.
It exists
or
in
who's alive and who's dead, or like where they are. Like, it's very bizarre.
Well, they don't even know that, because like the final episode, they suddenly went into the past.
Do you know what? It would not surprise me if Riverdale was fully just in the universe of Lost. You know, where nothing makes sense.
Lost was weird.
Yeah.
8, 16, 24...
32 or whatever it was.
Wait, no, that's just 8 times tables. Those are not the numbers.
Slightly different.
Yeah. Yeah, Riverdale was a dumpster fire, but existed in the same universe as Sabrina. Did you watch that?
The Chilling Adventures of.
The Chilling Adventures thereof.
Thereof, I did. Wasn't there a bit in that where Sabrina ended up in like an alternate universe with the original Hilda and Zelda from like the Melissa Joan Hart show?
I think so, yeah.
Because, Mama, that was... I won't say the word I was going to say, but it was... That was...
It was beep.
It was beep.
Yeah, that was really good. But also she was in that one episode of Riverdale, because it turns out she's Cheryl Blossom's magical cousin.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, I gave up on Riverdale like a few seasons in. Because how many seasons were there?
7?
I think I watched maybe 3, and then I was like, nah, get that fire exit door open, I'm out. And then
the GC.
I ended up watching most of the final season just because it was the final season. I sort of had kept up in the meantime with all the weird things that were happening. But yeah, wasn't it at the end, I mean, spoilers, if you've not watched it or you're going to, didn't they all like die at the end?
Yeah, the end.
Or like Betty ended up in heaven?
Betty, on her deathbed, the night that she died, got the opportunity to revisit her like childhood, like the day that she missed, which was the yearbook signing. And she got to like re-experience that with everyone. And then she went to heaven, which was actually Pop's Diner, where like everyone was in there. I cried my eyes out.
Is it bad that when you said she went to heaven, I was like, the nightclub?
No, not the nightclub. But in fact,
the place.
She was dead.
She was.
If I died, I don't want to go to Heaven the nightclub. It's very loud. I'd like actual rest in peace, not like rest in actual peace.
Yeah.
It was very sad. Like, it was obviously designed to be like highly emotive, and it worked on me.
Yeah.
I bawled.
Yeah, I think I cried as well. Gave me a slight existential breakdown for like a good 3 hours probably as well.
Yeah.
But you know, I think even though Riverdale was so crazy, I think that's what is good about a show, if it can provoke those kinds of reactions.
Well, that's the purpose, is to like elicit some sort of response, emotion from your audience.
And I think that's something actually that sci-fi and like fantasy in general does really well, is like imparting a message of like whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Like good versus evil, or like, you know, all that deep stuff that you don't get when you watch Match of the Day.
Agreed, because I think that's the thing about sci-fi and fantasy, is because it exists in a world that is not our own, there can be a sense of idealism.
Yeah.
So like that was like half the point of Gene Roddenberry creating Star Trek, was to show, like, if you look at the bridge team of Star Trek, which I say a million times over, like it was extremely diverse, and like women were on an equal footing or senior to men, and there was diversity in terms of race and everything, and like species, because like Dr. Spock,
Do you know,
Mr. Spock,
Mr.
Spock.
Was he not a doctor? He should have been.
He was Mr. Spock. I think Dr. Spock is a misnomer, but I can't remember.
Is it a Mandela effect? That we think he's a doctor, but he's not.
Yeah, but now you said Mandela effect, I just want to say Peter Kay created a character called Geraldine, who is a fictional winner of a singing competition. And on the fictional singing competition in Mashups Week, she did a mashup of Free Nelson Mandela and Rihanna's Umbrella, which went, Free Nelson Mandela, Ella, Ella, eh. And I think about that, honestly, 3 times a day. I don't know why.
Do you know what Peter Kay also did? The Absorbaloff.
In Doctor Who. And so we come full circle.
So strange. You know, I actually did see something about this the other day. I watched this TikTok. It was about competitions, like writing competitions that Doctor Who has run over the years. One of them was for the kids to design a monster, which was the Absorbaloff. But one of them, which I didn't know, you might know, is, you know, in that episode where, like, is it Martha or Rose? Like, they free, like, these humans and they go off into space to a new planet to start a new life. Like, they rescue them. And then in a later episode, like, she's speaking to, like, this robot, and she realizes they're all, like, they never actually escaped. They just went somewhere else and got turned into, like, robots or, like...
Mama, are you talking about...
You know, the little child?
The sky is made of diamonds.
That's the one.
It's Martha in the final trio finale of Series 3, Russell T Davies era, where Utopia, because Jack's clinging onto the TARDIS, it's trying to like throw Jack off because he is a fixed point in time, and goes all the way to the end of time. Last Humans, they meet Professor Yana. Turns out, Yana, you are not alone. Turns out Professor Yana, played by Derek Jacobi, is in fact the Master. Regenerates, kills Chantho.
Oh,
Nightmare.
Chantho, I loved.
Chan same though. And then she regenerates into John Sim, takes the TARDIS, goes back in time, but the Doctor locks it. Yep. So ends up becoming Harold Saxon, the Prime Minister. Creates the Toclophane, which is taking those humans who went on the rocket, turning them into... little balls that fly around, murdering, decimating, culling the population of Earth by 10, but turns the TARDIS into a paradox machine, so it still sustains. Also, fun fact, they're called the Toclophane because it sounds a bit like the French translation of trick the fans. Okay,
that was a very long explanation, but I loved it.
Neurodivergent.
It gave me the context I needed. For my fun fact, which was the child who said the skies are made of diamonds, who then
won a Blue Peter competition.
To be featured in the episode, and didn't know at the time that they were going to, you know, come back, I guess, as the Toblerone or whatever you said.
Toclophane.
That's the one.
But that Toclophane was voiced by a different character.
Yes. Yeah.
The sky is made of diamonds.
They didn't get the kid back in.
Yeah, which was weird because the kid was Scottish. And then when they found the Toclophane, they were like, oh my God, it's you. Why are you doing this? And he was like, because it's fun. Like, it was just an adult.
It's made of diamonds.
like
when
RP
you see a faded sign. It's the B-52s.
The M52s. If you want to be beat my heart.
Not quite.
Don't make my yum.
Going back briefly, we were talking about Star Trek. Star Trek Discovery. Never finished it because it moved to like a new streaming service. And
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, and I had to stop. I do not have that service.
As the Michael Burnham of drag, I am in fact behind as well.
Yeah. There's lots I'm behind on though, to be honest with you. As I said, behind on Doctor Who. It's a very busy month, everybody.
As long as you're not behind on your rent and bill payments.
No, I'm not. I'm very much slay in that regard.
That's important. Well, on that note, thank you for joining me, Pixie Polite. But before you go...
Yes.
At the end of every episode, we like to do a scene. Now, producer Poppy, please enter and please appear on camera because...
Show everybody the do.
Please crouch and yes, don't worry, the bowl cut is still here.
Oh my God, I'm Cheryl and you're Jason from Riverdale.
Riverdale. Are we doing a Riverdale scene? Oh, we've got Riverdale and Game of Thrones. Okay, Pixie, we've got Riverdale or Game of Thrones. Poppy has texted me both options, so I have the phone.
Okay.
You can have the laptop. Which one do you want?
Can I know what scenes there are?
We can either be Tyrion Lannister and Jon Snow or... any characters from Riverdale. Okay, no, we're doing Game of Thrones. I'd like to be Jon because I can do the northern accent. And scene.
I know you love her. I love her too. Not as successfully as you.
T.
But I believed in her with all my heart.
Beat.
Love is more powerful than reason. We all know that. Look at my brother.
Love is the death of duty. The word surprise, Tyrion.
You just came up with that.
Maester Aemon said it.
Sometimes duty is the death of love. You are the shield that guards the realm of men. You've always tried to do the right thing. Always, no matter the cost. You've tried to protect people. Who is the greatest threat to the people now?
God, I love Game of Thrones, but this is boring. Carry on.
He lets Jon think for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Tyrion looks old and weary as he admits the great failure of his life.
God.
This is just a full monologue for me.
T. Pop off, sis.
I don't think I should do a monologue.
I know. And scene.
And scene.
Well, we try. Should we just improvise a scene?
As two characters?
Yes, we can be... Okay, what else have we discussed? You be a train from Starlight Express and I'll be a cat from Cats. Okay. Go. Scene.
Choo-choo. I'm a train. Starlight Express.
Meow. I'm a cat. Cats.
Ah, all aboard the train. Madam Cat, let's go choo-choo together.
Purr, that sounds...
Next station is London Waterloo. Where this...
your improv skills, you could have picked anywhere. And
I know.
That. On that note, that is our scene.
Yeah.
That is our podcast episode. Pixie Polite from RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 4. I was about to say Series 2, that's me. Series 4.
No, that was Lawrence Chaney on season 2. I'm season 4, yeah.
Well, you're wearing purple.
Yeah,
thank you so much for joining me on this episode of The Final Frontier. Tell everyone what you've got coming up, what they can do to find you, all of that jazz.
To find me, you can go on Instagram at Pixie Polite. I'm on X, as we've got to call it, at Polite Pixie. I'm on TikTok, Pixie Polite. I'm on YouTube. I'm on everywhere, really. I'm everywhere.
Omnipotent.
I am all
singing, all dancing? I don't know. I panic.
Not really. And what am I up to at the moment? Lots of things for Pride Month. Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
It's a very slay time. It's very busy and I'm very tired.
Honestly, same. So I'm going to go have a nap. See you later.
Bye.